Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday writing activity. So well done yesterday for your labelling of your polar bears. I see some fantastic labelling and some brilliant independent writing. So well done. Now today is quite a fun writing activity. Okay, so behind me you can see a big polar bear. So hopefully you can draw one or you can print it one off on our plan. But it might be best to draw one so you can make it nice and big. Okay, but I've printed mine off and I've made it a little bit bigger so you can see it well. And then what you need to do is you need to fold your polar bear following the folding instructions. So you fold it in half and then you fold it down to join it up. So it looks like at the minute he's got his mouth shut, ready to eat. And then when we're ready to open it, what we're going to do is we're going to write some words, all the things that a polar bear likes to eat. But you might want to draw the pictures and then write the list underneath. Okay, and then when you shut it up and then open it, inside you'll be able to see all the things that a polar bear eats. Now, I wonder if any of you know what a polar bear eats. Now, I know that they like to live in the sea and they like to go swimming. So I'm thinking they might like to eat fish. Okay, so to help you today, I'm going to show you a website that you can use and it explains all the things what polar bears like to eat. So if I share my screen here we go. So this is the website that's on the plan, so you can load this up. So let's go down. So it says diets and eating habitats, and then we've got a picture of our polar bear there. So if you go down, the first one, it says food preference. Okay, so what do they like to eat? So polar bears feed mainly on ringed and bearded seals. Okay. Depending upon their location, they also eat harp and hooded seals and scavenge on carcasses of beluga whales, walruses, narwhals, and bow-headed whales. Wow! So you think the size of a polar bear can eat some of those big whales? Fantastic! So if you want to find out what some of those are, maybe you want to just Google, what does a ring-bearded seal look like? What does a hoop, well, what did it say? A harp and hooded seal look like? What does a beluga whale look like? Some people know what the walrus looks like. They're the big ones with the big tusks. Narwhals, most of you know that, what they look like. And a bow-headed whale, I'm going to have to Google that one because I don't know what that one looks like. On occasion, polar bears kill beluga whales and young walruses. So if you think a polar bear and the size of a beluga whale, they're quite big, kills it to eat it. Now I'm thinking here, a polar bear, I wonder what they are. So if you eat meat, let's see if they eat anything else, okay? Because we've got a carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores, okay? So that's your challenge today if you want to find out a little bit more about what each of those are. So what is an omnivore? What is a carnivore? What's a herbivore? Some of you might know that from your dinosaur facts. Okay, so then it moves on and it says, when other food is unavailable, so when he can't go and hunt for those big animals like the seals and the whales, he will just eat what he can find. So he eats reindeer, small rodents like rats and mice, and maybe rabbits, seabirds, waterfowl. We have that in our country. They look funny. They're like chickens with legs. They're like our moorhens and stuff. Fish, I was right there. Eggs and vegetation, including they like to eat berries and probably in different areas, but not very rarely in the Antarctica. But it says here human garbage. I'm assuming if they live in like Alaska, okay, and there's lots of people that live there, so if they live in a different part of the world where there is populations of people, they go into their bins and have a look to see what they've thrown out. Now, this is the interesting bit. So a polar bear's stomach can hold an estimation of 15 to 20% of its body weight. Wow. A polar bear generally eats this much only when its energy deems are higher. Okay. So a polar bear on average has 2 kilograms of fat per day to survive. And then obviously, if a polar bear is hibernating, they don't eat. So they store all what they eat before. So they eat and eat and eat and eat. Then they sleep for a long time to hibernate. So there's some interesting facts there. You might want to go and see what else a polar bear eats. But I think we've found out a few things that they like to eat. So let me stop sharing there. So now what we need to do, we've had a look, we've found a few facts, and we're going to use our polar bear. So in the polar bear's mouth, what was one of the things that he liked to eat? It was fish, wasn't it? So I'm going to draw a fish. Okay, so I'll draw my fish. So a polar bear likes to eat fish. He also said that if he couldn't find the fish and other things, he liked to eat eggs. So I'm going to draw an egg. And it liked to eat some berries. So I draw some tiny little berries. And then he also liked to eat big whales. So let's draw one of our beluga whales. Now they've got a big head. There we go. A big whale. Now my drawing is not brilliant. You probably can't see it very well. I'm sure your drawing will be a bit better. And seals. He liked to eat seals as well. Okay. Seals are one of my favourite animals. There you go. And seals. Okay. Now, you might want to add lots more drawing in there because that's only a few that I've picked off that website. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write the list because I can't fit all my pictures and the writing in the polar bear's mouth. So, what did a polar bear like to eat? Fish. So, let's sound that out. What else did it like to eat if it couldn't find the big animals? I've got an egg. Egg. And also berries. Berries. Let's sound that out. Berries. Oh, and a whale. Now this is a tricky one. We haven't learned this one yet. So it's a phase 5 sound, and it's a and a and an A. It's a split digraph there, and it's split by the E. So whale. There's some phase 3 sounds in there. And he liked to eat seals. E. This is also a phase 5 E. We haven't learnt that one yet either. Eels. But remember, I want you to do independent writing. So if you think you know what a sound needs writing and you know it all by yourself, you can write it, okay? So fish, eggs, berries, whales, seals. And then I can shut it up. Okay, and then we can open it and we can find out what a polar bear likes to eat. I can't wait to see what you find. Maybe you find something different to me. Enjoy drawing your pictures, but then remember, if you're drawing pictures, you need to write a list afterwards and do lots of sound talking. Hope you have fun, and I can't wait to see what you get up to. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.